I mentioned that we were going to eventually talk about how to optimize your Google business profile, how to get it to show up better on Google Maps. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Just going to be giving you real world examples of what you can do in order to help your business to show up better on Google Maps. The first thing that I wanted to look at was my business. This is a good example, I know, because I've done a lot in order to optimize my Google business profile to make it show up. So when I was looking for this earlier, I actually went to Google Maps. I zoomed in to where it should be. It showed right up. I know a lot of other people have tried to get their business to show up on Google Maps and they can't get it to do so. This is the view that you would see. You can see I've created some posts for my Google business profile. I filled out the about section. There's the reviews. I need to add some question and answers. That's something that I need to work on and add. You can book appointments here. Got my phone number, my hours listed, my address, some service options, and a cover photo. Got a nice clean cover photo, right? There are more things that I could be doing for this, but for now, this is good for me, especially since it's actually showing up on Google Maps. I wanted to switch over to a couple chiropractors that are near me. Just want to say right off the bat, I'm not trying to bash on anyone. I'm not trying to point these businesses out for anything specific or that they're doing anything terribly wrong. Just wanted to show these because I know that they're here on Google Maps and I know that they are good examples of what we could be doing to improve Google Maps listings, Google business profiles, right? You can see I've zoomed in on a very specific portion of Google Maps near me and searched for chiropractor. There's like 3 of them, right? So there's this one over here on the right, there's this one, and there's this one. Well, technically, Dr. Spencer Wade and Integrity Chiropractic and Wellness, that's the same place. So one shows up over here, one shows up over here. If I were searching for a chiropractor, like as a user, not as an agency owner, I would be a little confused, right? Because there's 2 of them. One's over here. That's not his entrance, by the way. It's right over here. And then the other one's right here. I always put businesses in the location on the map where their entrance is. So if I were to go in and I had permission to edit this, I would put it right over here because that is where I would enter the building to get to this chiropractor. Another problem right here that I actually see this on a lot of chiropractic clinics is that there's a Google business profile listing for the doctor and for the clinic. That's a problem. So you don't want to do that. That actually decreases your chances of Google showing your business on Google Maps. So if I were to exit out of this search for chiropractor, these businesses don't show up on Google Maps. And then there's another one over here on the left that it doesn't even show up on the map. And I've talked to this chiropractor. He's a great guy. I mean, look at this, 5-star review, 13 reviews. He's really great at what he does, but he's not even showing up on Google Maps. This is a client that I have been working with for the past 2 months, and I'm just going to go through a couple of things that we're doing well here. So again, got a great cover photo here, and it displays the front of the business where people would enter. That's important. It's a good way for customers to know exactly what to expect when they get to your location. If we were to look at more photos, you can see I've added a bunch more photos of the location. And more importantly, I've actually made sure that the chiropractor tagged those photos with the location. So he took those pictures from his phone and the location was on the photos when we uploaded them. So Google can tell that these pictures are actually taken at this location. So there's a bunch of photos of, this chiropractor, what he does, his office, so people can see before they even get there what to expect when you go to visit this chiropractor. What could we improve here? We could start actually posting updates for this business. That's not part of the things that I'm doing for this business at this time, but this is one thing that definitely could help the business is to post updates about it. So that's where you'll see right here, there's no updates, whereas you'll see on mine that I have posted some updates and it goes beyond that. So that's one thing we could improve on with this location. You can see there's more reviews. So as you gain more reviews, they show up like this. And then here's the about section for this chiropractic clinic. And one thing that I wanted to actually dive deep in on is editing the profile. So you'll actually see here now that this is the business view. And because I own this business, I see a bunch more things and I'm able to then edit the profile from here. So when we go into edit the profile, basically anything that Google has on here, you want to fill out. So if they ask you about something, fill it out. Don't skip any sections unless it really doesn't pertain to you. You want to fill out everything on here. And then if you ever do have any, different hours or anything, like you can see, I updated this so that it shows I'm closed the 4th of July. I'm closed on Labor Day. If you ever have any other vacations or anything planned, add in those hours to tell Google that you're closed those days. And it'll help Google, it'll help the users that find you on Google to not be frustrated when they show up at your location and you're closed, or they call your location and you're closed. They'll just know. If you are like a restaurant or anything, you can add breakfast hours, brunch hours, dinner hours. There's a whole bunch of different hours. Online service hours, if your online service or like your phone service is different, then you could add different hours for that. So for chiropractors, there's basically only one category. It's chiropractor. And if you have that filled out, then great. For other business types, there are so many more categories that you can fill out here. And it's important that you fill those out if those apply to you, right? So you can see my primary category is marketing agency, an additional category, website designer, another additional category, advertising agency. There's basically a bunch of subcategories that you can get into with this and define out even more of what your business does and how you can serve people. So I'm just looking for that right now. So they moved it over here to edit services. So if we go into edit services, then you can see my primary category, marketing agency. And then within that category, I listed everything. And within website designer, I listed everything pertaining to website design. And then in advertising agency, I listed everything pertaining to my advertising agency services that I am able to do for people. So you can see that there are a lot of services in here, and that really, really helps Google to know what you do and to actually be able to promote your business to people who are looking for what you do. Let's say for a chiropractic clinic, if you are offering some sort of products, like if you have wellness products that you offer alongside your chiropractic adjustments and everything, you can actually go right here to edit products and you can add those products in here. I'm not sure if you sell them from here, you may be able to, but basically customers are able to get on your Google business profile and they're able to see what kind of products you have, how much they cost if you want to put that on there, what they do for you. This is one thing that a lot of businesses don't do. And if you were to do this, it would drastically improve the Google business profile ranking. People like to be able to search for a business and see everything all from that one place. People don't go to websites as often nowadays. And so it's really important that when they see your Google business profile, that it's set up correctly, that you have all this information filled out. So, play around with this, right? You can see that there are a lot of other things that you can do. Also, I know that my chiropractor here does not offer insurance. He will provide a super bill, but if you do offer insurance, this is a great way that you can search for carriers and add the carriers that people are allowed to use at your location. And adding that information, again, really helps your credibility as a business owner and helps those users who are looking at your clinic to decide, hey, they actually use my insurance. So yeah, let's go get adjusted. Those are a few things that you can do. Again, the Q&A section, can't understate that enough. We're working on adding more Q&As for this chiropractor right now. You can see I've added 3 of them so far. We're working on adding more of those. There's just so many things in here. If you haven't filled out everything in the profile, start by doing that. Fill out everything in the profile. Next thing you could go to is to edit services. And one more thing while we're here is that when you have reviews, you always want to respond to those reviews. Whether it's a good review, whether it's a bad review, always respond to those reviews. If it's good, thank them for their review. And like this doctor's saying, I look forward to seeing you again soon. If it's a negative review, please, please, please don't ever fight with people through reviews. Just apologize for their poor experience. Offer for them to come in and talk to you in your clinic and resolve it that way. But please don't ever fight with people. I see that too often where people, doctors, good doctors, are fighting with people in those Google reviews, and it really it doesn't help. So if you do get a bad review, just know that, just apologize and have them come into your clinic and offer to resolve the problem there. I don't think that there was anything else that I wanted to talk about with this. There's a lot of other things that we can do in order to optimize the Google business profile outside of Google and show Google that you are a legitimate business, and basically you just plaster your name, your phone number, and your business address all over the internet and your website. You plaster that all over the internet, and that shows Google, as long as the information is consistent everywhere, that shows Google that your business is credible, that they can promote you, they can show your business to their users and feel comfortable, feel good about their users actually taking the recommendation that they give. So hope this was helpful. It's just a small part of what you can do to optimize your Google business profile, but I didn't want to make this video too long. If you did find this helpful, then please give it a like, share with anyone that you think it would also help. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I will be making more videos like this. Thanks for watching.